Italians are crazy about food. They talk about it all the time, and when communicating, they are constantly interested in what you ate for breakfast or lunch. As the British like to talk about the weather, the Italians also discuss food. This is not surprising because Italian cuisine impressed many recipes have a long history. Some dishes appeared in a rather interesting way. In this episode, we'll find out why Naples is the birthplace of pizza, what types of pasta are there, and what do worms and hair have to do with it. What mistake led to the creation of Milanese risotto, and what is hidden behind the name of the tiramisu dessert. Pizza. Over the years, the average Italian eats about 7 kilograms of pizza. In Italy, it is customary to eat it whole. Italians are genuinely outraged by those scenes from American films when a pizza box is ordered for an entire company. It is known that the birthplace of this dish is Naples. That's why Neapolitan Pizza is one of the best. Here, in the Mafia city, there are about 5,000 pizzerias. It was in Naples that thin bread and tomato sauce were combined for the first time. Spices and cheese were added. Initially, this dish was a local fast food for workers who bought it to eat on the go. But in fact, the history of the appearance of the edible symbol of Italy began in ancient Greece during the New Stone Age. According to some reports, it may be even earlier. The ancient Greeks took thin bread, put garlic, onions, and other ingredients on it. Such a dish can be called a prototype of modern pizza. In Naples, the tortilla was called pizza. It did not have a specific recipe. Everyone cooked it in their own way, adding to it what they found from the products at home. The dish was also popular among the poor population, as it was sold on the street and cost a penny. One of the most famous pizza is called Margherita, which according to legend was named after Queen Margherita of Savoy. In June 1889, pizzaiolo Raphael Esposito prepared a pizza with tomatoes, mozzarella and basil, thus presenting the dish in the national colors of the kingdom. Italian immigrants brought the pizza recipe to America in the 19th century, and then it began to spread around the world. Different countries may have their own cooking options. So in Chicago, there is their own type of pizza with high sides, which you can then eat by dipping them in sauce. Hawaiian pineapple pizza was created in Canada. It was invented by the Greek immigrant Sam Panopoulos. Italians do not share a love for Hawaiian pizza. Therefore, it is almost impossible to find it in Italian pizzerias. It can usually be found in pizzerias of American chains. The Italians themselves have released their own pizza law, which states that Italian pizza can only be called the one in which the classic traditional recipe is used. There is a whole association of real Neapolitan pizza, Associazione Verace Pizza Napolitana, which sets the rules and issues certificates to worthy pizzerias. There is the only restaurant in Russia that has managed to get a certificate over this association. This is Luciano's Italian restaurant. The dish has become so famous and beloved all over the world that even astronauts order it. In 2001, a Russian pizzeria delivered a 15-centimeter pizza with a salami to the ISS. It was received by Yuri Usachev. Often, the dish got into the Guinness Book of Records. The biggest pizza was cooked in Rome on the 13th of December 2012. Its diameter was 40 meters and its weight was 9 tons, and the biggest pizza you can buy is considered to be the Texas one in the city of Burleson. Its diameter is almost 2 meters. The unofficial name of this pizza is a bus, as it has a rectangular shape. It must be ordered at least 2 days in advance. Such a pleasure costs $300 without a tax. Pasta. If you want to make friends with an Italian, you shouldn't order pineapple pizza with him. Also, you shouldn't eat pasta with ketchup. According to the Italians, only the French who have no taste do this. Moreover, in any case, do not break the spaghetti to put them in a saucepan. There are a huge number of varieties of pasta. Spaghetti is already known to us, but there are also spaghettini, thin spaghetti, and spaghettoni, thick spaghetti. In principle, it is sometimes possible to understand the size of the pasta by the ending. Oni means big, edi are small, ini are tiny. Vermicelli pasta is known to us as a noodle, got its name from the word verme due to the fact that it is long. Indeed, a very appetizing name. There are other no less interesting names. Capellini, which literally means hairs, is another kind of thin pasta. Farfalle means butterflies. We have known it as a bouse. Orecchiette literally means ears. Lasagna is also a kind of pasta for baking. According to one version, the recipe for pasta was brought to Italy by the Arab conquerors of Sicily in the 9th century. This version is more likely to be believed than the legend that Marco Polo brought pasta to Italy. Some even believe that it was a marketing ploy that was invented by a Canadian pasta company. And well, there is one more version, that pasta was still known in China for 5,000 years before our era. Now pasta can be found absolutely for every taste. But for the 18th century, only rich, privileged citizens could afford this product. Then hot wheat varieties, which were a mandatory ingredient, were grown only in Sicily and only then spread throughout Italy. Later, the production of pasta acquired a scale and special equipment for cutting and drying products began to be created, and the dish began to spread to other countries. For residents of other parts of the world, it remained a mystery how this product is made. Somewhere in the 50s, there was a joke that there was a certain spaghetti tree. More than pizza, Italians only love pasta. More than 20 kilograms is eaten by one person per year. Composer Rossini was such a fan of this dish that he ordered whole boxes of Neapolitan pasta. Director Federico Fellini claimed that life is a combination of magic and pasta, and the French actress Catherine Deneuve said that Italians have two thoughts in their head, one of which is spaghetti. Risotto, the name of the rice dish, was a soft creamy taste, so literally means little rice. For the preparation of risotto, Italians use starch-rich rice of Arborea, Baldo, Padana, and Roma. During cooking, boiling broth is gradually added to the rice, which gives the rice a characteristic taste. The birthplace of the dish is Milan. There is also such a recipe for risotto alla Milanese, which means Milanese. This is a yellow risotto, the color for which is given by saffron. According to a legend, an apprentice worked in Milan's Duomo Cathedral. While he was painting stained glass windows, he accidentally dropped a saffron-covered brush he used as yellow paint into a cauldron of risotto. There is an option that in the Baroque era, every dish was tried to be painted in gold, which was considered the color of luxury. Moreover, gold particles were really added for this, but later it was replaced with saffron. Now risotto is made with whatever your heart desires, with made chicken, pumpkin, seafood, tiramisu and panna cotta. It is time for the most popular Italian dessert with mascarpone cheese, coffee and savoiardi cookies, also known as ladies' fingers. Its name comes from the Italian tiramisu, which means pull me up or lift me up. It means cheer me up. There is several versions of the origin of the dessert. Most historians claim that tiramisu appeared in the 60s in the city of Treviso, near Venice, in one of the restaurants where chef Roberto Linguinotto worked. He spent a long time at work in Germany and one day decided to combine Bavarian recipes with the Italian tradition of treating children with egg yolks whipped in sugar. There is a legend that a similar dessert was prepared in the city of Siena, in the province of Tuscany, in the 17th century for Duke Cosimo III de' Medici. This dessert was called zuppa del duca, which means soup for the duke. However, there is no evidence of such a version. Another famous Italian sweet is Panna Cotta, which can be translated as boiled cream. This is a dessert from the Piedmont region, made from cream, sugar, gelatin and vanilla. To cook panna cotta, you need to heat and cook cream with sugar and vanilla on low heat for 15 minutes. Then add gelatin and pour into special molds. Panna cotta is served with fruit sauces, pieces of fruit or berries, chocolate and caramel sauce. Once upon a time, boiled fish bones were used in such a dessert instead of gelatin, and sugar was not added. It was expensive. Limoncello. Right after Campari, limoncello is the most popular liqueur in Italy. It is mainly produced in southern Italy. To prepare it, it's necessary to infuse the lemon peel in alcohol for 3 to 5 days. Add sugar. Limoncello is often offered at a party or in restaurants after a meal, as it is considered a so-called digestive, a drink that helps with digestion. If we turn to the first volume of the Dictionary of Piedmontese, Italian, Latin, and French, the word limoncello literally means little lemon. There are many versions of origin of the drink. Some people think that it was invented by fishermen in southern Italy in order to keep warm in the morning. Someone thinks that these were farmers that were relaxing over a glass after a hard day, but the official history of the beginning of the drink is associated with Maria Antonia Farace. In the 1900s, she started selling a lemon drink of her own making at her nephew's bar. After almost 90 years, Maria's grandson named Massimo Canale continued the family business by registering the Limoncello brand, and nowadays you can also find the Melancello brand. One of the most devoted fans of limoncello is the American actor of Italian origin Danny DeVito, who even created his own brand, Danny DeVito Premium Limoncello. Well, this was our episode about Italian dishes. Write in the comments what other dishes would you add to this list. If you liked the video, I'm waiting for a well-deserved like. Subscribe and write in the comments where in the world would you go and whose dishes you would try. Be sure to write what you are interested in to know, fact sites. It helps me plan trips and shoot videos on the most interesting topics. For example, recently, at your request, I released a video about mega buildings in Dubai.